Evening, Christopher, Adventures in Off-Roading. I thought it was about time that I sat down with y'all and introduced myself and what I hope to achieve with this channel. A little bit about me is I'm a traveling lab tech right now. I went through the military school for it, 68 kilos. But before that, in my 20s, I was military police in the National Guard, and I did essentially what this channel is about for a living, and I built and parted out a lot of full-size Jeeps. My first real Jeep build was right after I came home from overseas. It was this immaculate, just beautiful looking little 95 YJ that some old man had went through and rebuilt everything for his daughter. All the bushings, the seals. The only thing on it that did not look brand new at the time was he had painted the wheels pink. But other than that, I mean, it was absolutely immaculate. I cut the fenders, and then I cut the back half off, and I tubed it, and I added a cage, and I LS flopped it, and I added, I think it was first overall coilovers to it, and I did a lot of work to it. And just when I was about to get ready to drive it, I sold it to a buddy of mine, Scott, he owns Helder Auto Customs. And then I ended up as a machinist for a while. I enjoyed it for like the first 4 or 5 months, and then it just got very, very old for me, just working on it was a production machine shop. And a buddy of mine brought me on. I was late 20s by this time. He brought me on. He told me, hey man, come over, one day a week and work on this Jeep I have. And he specialized in Mustang building. His name's Paul. He owns Bandolier Mustang. And I jumped over there and ended up being the Cummins Commando. Really cool build. I did a bunch of the stuff, the axles and everything under the sheet metal. He tried to turn me into a sheet metal guy with as many quarter panels and Mustangs as he did. It wasn't quite. Sheet metal's not my thing. I do really well with the fabrication of the axles and the engines, though. And then I got sent away for a little bit for the military to go through lab tech school, and it was a different thing going from military police or fabrication into a hospital setting. But I've really come to enjoy it, and I travel now doing that. I ultimately came to have this video for 3 main reasons. One, I was peer pressured into it. For years I've been asked, hey man, we need to start a YouTube channel, or do you have a YouTube channel? And a year or so ago I bought some stuff to do it, and then I was waiting for the perfect time. And then a coworker that I'm here with in Albuquerque was like, bro, I do video editing. And ultimately I lost. I finally gave up. I had no more excuses. So here I am. The 2 main reasons, though, aside from peer pressure, that I'd really like to do is I'd like to encourage you. I'm out here, I'm traveling, I'm moving every 3 to 6 months. Albuquerque is the longest place I've been in for 2 or 3 years. Coming up on May will be a year, and I'm leaving in April. And I'm working in a driveway. Sometimes I have a 1-car garage, sometimes I don't. But I carry my tools with me, and I'm building it, and when I can, I go out and I go wheeling wherever I happen to be at. And I hear a lot of guys' excuse is that they just don't have the time or the money, or they have kids, or they have sports, or whatever reason there is. And my wife homeschools our 5 children. We're uprooting our family all the time. We do go to church. We do sports. I have 4 kids in sports right now. And arguably we're single income. Traveler, lab tech income, but it's still not, too far from the median for a household in America. And we're still able to do things like this. It's just a little bit more prioritizing. I can't remember the last time I actually sat down and watched a movie. It's probably been 2 or 3 months. But I want to encourage you guys to do this stuff. And second is obviously some level of education and entertainment. Hopefully what you find me doing is entertaining, because apparently enough people have how I'm here by peer pressure. If I'm able to entertain and educate you on anything I'm doing, answer any questions you have, talking about that, throw a comment below if you have any questions. And I'm here for you guys, because this is not would have been my first choice of ever a hobby or a career. Because when I do a hobby, I kind of get full bore into it. I played Magic one time, and now apparently I'm a fan. But we have some videos coming up. We're going to try to do it on a 2-week schedule. Every 2 weeks you get a new video. The next one I think is going to be a TR4050 review. I just threw one in the Jeep truck. I've driven it around. I got a couple hundred miles on it. I'm very, very content. And I think it's going to be a very, very easy video to start out with to maintain my 2-week pros. I'm going to take a tour of a buddy's shop up in Colorado. His name's Bob, and he owns BC Vintage Jeeps. Great guy. I've bought an embarrassing amount of Jeeps for him, probably 15. I'm going to do a link video for the front three link conversion on the J10. And then we'll spread out a few other videos of actual off-roading in the area of Albuquerque. And then in April, I am hosting a 4-day getaway, where I'm calling it the mini adventure. It's kind of like Peterson's Off-Road Ultimate Adventure. 4 days, nobody knows where we're going. They just know that we're meeting up in Springfield, Missouri. And we're going to obviously tour somewhere within driving distance of there. But we got 3.5, 4 action-packed days. We start on Friday, we wrap it up on Monday. And that will be a blast. You'll be able to see, driving cross-country in a Jeep. Maybe not the most advisable thing, but there's plenty of us that do it. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments below. I'd like to ask you to subscribe and share with your friends, simply because maybe the people that badgered me about this weren't right. Maybe this isn't something that you want to see. And if there's particular questions, I can throw a video up and hopefully answer those for you. I hope you have a good day. I want you to live hard, play hard, and work hard. Bye.